Chuck and CeCe are training for us. This has been a really momentous week for me because um, due to the 11-day shred, I was able to sign up a few people. You know that because this is really hard. Signing up new people is really hard for me, especially for people who's been in this business for a long time, especially people who have achieved high ranks, because you got there by sharing with everybody you know, right? I mean, I told you that everybody on my phone book has been exposed at least 5 times, so disconnecting me and unfriending me because I've been so adamant about isogenics. But so I kind of, was looking for new people, but then you know what? Let's go back to my old people and start to go back to my old list, a few hundred, and start to work on the list. And I just by sending the picture of 11 days threads and say, hey, you know what? If you're interested, let me know. And I sent to those people, and luckily I got 2 people who are interested. One of them signed up yesterday. My neighbor, who's a doctor of chiropractic, he's heavy. I shared it with him like, 2 years ago. He said, no, 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 no. And then now he just came to my house and said, you know what? I'm going to try. So, okay, great. And then, the funny story? I'll send in a message, and I sent the message to Brian. Okay, but then I sent it to the wrong Brian. Okay, and then I found out, oh no, no, this is wrong guy. But then the wrong Brian called me back and showed me interest. The real Brian wasn't interested, but the wrong Brian was interested.
That's proof that you can't say the wrong thing to the right person.
That's right. So the morale of the story is, it doesn't matter who you're sharing with. Just share with somebody. Just share with the 2 or 3, 4, 5 people every day. And that's what we'll take. So, wrong Brian is going to be on. The real Brian isn't going to be. So it gave me excitement, not because that I signed up only a few people, but in a tough position, people who are in a tough position like me can sign up people. The new people will be signing up people much easier, right? So, with that thought, back to you, Chuck, CeCe, and take it away.
All right, here, we'll start with Chuck. He's driving, but we'll start with him for commentary, and then we'll go into a little bit more training. So, Chuck?
I've been having trouble with my audio. Can you hear me?
We can.
All right, great. I just listened to John Maxwell for an unexpected trip I've been on, and I am totally fired up. And he talks about 2 things to be successful in life, and we can obviously relate that to isogenics. Number 1, self-development. Number 2, develop other people. And CeCe, we are so blessed to have you helping us with those 2 areas. Today is going to be an awesome training needed by all of us, even yourself. You said yourself, there's some training for yourself too. And as we all apply this together, we can become the top leaders in isogenics. So CeCe, I am fired up to learn what you've got to teach us today. So back to you, ma'am.
I'm grateful for you guys. Your leadership is what makes me want to grow to my highest and best self. You guys have heard me say a million times that, to be successful in isogenics, literally it doesn't require a lot, right? It doesn't require a lot. It requires you to grow, right? Grow yourself, grow your belief, grow your mindset, grow your abilities, grow your skills, right? It requires you to grow. It requires you to have integrity, to do what you say you're going to do. If I say I'm going to reach out to 3 people a day, I do it. If I say I'm going to, do a 30-day system, I do it. If I say I'm going to, whatever you say, right? Like it requires integrity. That's the second one. But then the third one, it just requires practice, right? It just requires practice. We have to do these things over and over and over and over again, and we get better at them, right? And, so we practice the conversations. We practice them with ourselves, maybe in the mirror first, and then we practice them with our spouse, and then we practice with the people that we talk to, right? So again, it literally is about those things. What Chuck just said, it's about growing ourselves. It's about being our word, living in integrity, and it's about practice, right? That's what it's about. So thank you guys so much for always forcing me to grow. You know, always inspiring me to grow. Always inspiring me to live in my word, and always inspiring me to continue to practice. All right. So the 11-day shred. Okay, before we get started, raise your hand if you participated in the 11-day shred.
Started to.
Awesome. Okay, great. Who had some results that they're excited about? Scale or non-scale victories that they're excited about? All right, I'm going to ask 3 people. I'm going to unmute 3 random lines that raise their hand. Jamie, I'm going to unmute you first, but you have to unmute yourself. Tell us what happened for you in 30 seconds or less. What were your scale and non-scale victories in the shred?
Yeah, so I had, I didn't lose pounds, but I did lose 2 inches in my waist. And I feel like I have more energy and I am enjoying the product. And my hubby did it with me, and he wants to continue on with the shakes with me. Like, he's feeling good. So I'm excited about that.
Love it, love it, love it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Wait, Thelma raised her hand. So let me see. Thelma, I'm going to unmute you. Tell us, oops, sorry. Where'd you go, Thelma? There you go. Hey, girl, tell us about the shred. How was the shred for you? What were your...
The shred was really good for me. I lost inches. I lost 4 inches in my waist, and I lost 6 pounds, and it was wonderful. I was never hungry. It was really, really good. I did my cleanse day also. I did 2 of those. So maybe that's why I lost so much when I did my 2-day cleanse, but it was great.
That is awesome. I love hearing that. All right, one more. There was one more. Was that Sheila? Wait, was it Sheila or Pam? One of you guys had your hands up. I can't remember. Was it you, Pam? Go ahead.
Yeah, I can comment. I didn't, I've been on vacation with my family here, so I haven't lost a whole lot of weight. However, I will say this. There is a very steep hill that you have to climb to come out of the resort here up to the uptown area. And when we first got here, when I first started the shred, I'd have to stop 2 or 3 times going up the hill. Well, now I'm at the point where I'm just steaming right up the hill without even thinking about it. So it makes a huge difference when you're feeding your body the nutrition that you need.
Perfect. Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. And so let me tell, so one of the things that I personally loved about the shred for me, because I had a 2-pound weight loss, which was great, but I was more excited about, I lost another 2 inches, right? Like, and I'm going to be authentic, you guys. I didn't always do all of my workouts. For real. I stuck with a food regimen. I was really clean on my food, and I did my shake days, but I didn't go all in as I would have wanted to with my workouts. And I still lost 2 pounds and 2 inches. So I'm grateful. But one of the things that I love the most about the shred was the community. Like, I literally felt closer to you guys. Like, I felt like I knew why you were doing it, and I was excited to cheer people on, and that part for me just like, I loved it. You know, can anybody relate to that? Yeah, Jamie, Sheila, Pam, Cornelia. I mean, I just enjoyed that. And so, I've always known that to create success in isogenics, we have to develop a network of consumers who are excited to use these products, and they're excited to use them because they work, because they taste good, and for some of them, because they're going to get paid to use them. Okay? But the first component of creating a network of consumers is having a community that network gets to be a part of. And so what I love is that through the 11-day shred, it was an automatic community that people could plug into, that people could relate to, that people could cheer for, people could feel connected to, people felt like they needed to show up for, right? And so that's for me, that was one of the most important things that we did, was create a community. So, Chuck and Kwang Soo and Chelsea and Duncan and we all have kind of gotten together and said, all right, this was an amazing experiment for us, really. It was an amazing experiment for us. And looking at the results, like scrolling through, looking at the results that people were getting, not just physically, right? Not just the physical results and the pounds lost and the inches lost and the energy gain, not just in that, but in the shifts in the mindsets that you saw in that room. We decided, all right, look, let's do it. Let's go on in. And so we know that for now, until celebration in July, we're gonna do another shred, right? We're gonna do shreds back to back to back until July. And so what we would invite you to do is invite people to do it with you, right? Because what we're doing is, again, you all know the core of the compensation plan is to help people get started and then to help them help there too, right? We want to do that. Help to get there too. And so the shred becomes a beautiful conversation with a price point that's so affordable, with results that are so visible, that it makes it easy for people to say yes, right? Because we can show these are the results that people are getting. We're not asking for a long commitment. We're saying, hey, look, let's do it together for 11 days. Now, are there some people who we should probably start with a 30-day because of what their goals are? Well, absolutely. And then they have enough products to do 2 shreds with us back to back. How amazing is that, right? But if price is a concern, at approximately $150, $200, if you decide to add the chocolates, which we highly recommend, you have a tool that absolutely can help people jumpstart that journey, right? They have a community that they get to plug into that coaches them through every step of the way. And then your responsibility is just to, check on them, every few days to see how they're doing, making sure that you're tagging them in posts. Sheila said it gives tons of value. I absolutely agree, Sheila. I felt I learned stuff, like in the shred, I learned stuff. So what I wanted to do for us is, so who's into doing our next shred? Our next shred starts on the 22nd of June. So a week from Monday. Who's in for our next shred? Yeah? All right. Perfect. And who is interested in inviting people to become a part of our next shred? Okay. Perfect. So let's do this. What I want to do, and Cheryl raised her hand too. I had a couple of participants who raised hands. I love it. All right, Cheryl. All right, Thelma. I love it. So here's what I wanted to do. I want to give us some language and a framework that when Chuck is home, all of this is going to go up on the Team of Hope page, so you can copy and paste it. But I'm going to go through it now so that you see the framework for how it goes, okay? All right. Before I say that, put a plug in that. I'll show you the framework. Imagine for a moment. Imagine for a moment. 4th of July is coming up in a few weeks. In a few weeks from now, people are going to want to enjoy their food and going to want to enjoy, the holidays or whatever. We've all been trapped inside of our homes for months. And so people are really probably going to get out. And imagine this. Imagine if you did this 11-day shred, it's going to take you through the 3rd. You enjoy your 4th of July and then get right back on cleanse days. Imagine on the 6th of July, being able to go live on Facebook. I'm going to go live on Facebook. And imagine being able to say, hey guys, let me show you how I maintained or improved my health through the holidays and still got a chance to enjoy it. Is anybody interested in learning how to do that, right? Like, and just inviting people and sharing with people, look, this is not a diet. This is a lifestyle, and I get to still enjoy my life and enjoy my food and enjoy my holidays. I'm not suffering, people. I am not suffering. And to be able to share that message around the 6th of July, like, how powerful would that be for you to have a transformation through this time, and how that would help people? I want to invite you to consider that as you get ready to go through these shreds, as you go through the first one, you went through the first one, as you go through this next one, if you decide to do it, I'm going to invite you to treat this shred like it's a job for you. Like, take your pictures, take your measurements, track your progress, track your food, like, do it those 11 days like it's a job, because consider those transformation photos over 1 shred or 10 shreds, right? Over 1 shred or an IsaBody challenge, over 1 shred or 1 year. What if those transformation photos could turn into $1 million opportunity for you? Would it be worth taking some pictures, taking some measurements, tracking some progress, if that progress turns into $1 million transformation for you? Does that make sense, you guys? Are we willing to do that? All right, then great. Let's talk about the system, how we're going to share it with other people. And here's the beauty. How many of you already have team members on your team? How many have already introduced people to Isogenics? Yeah? Jamie, you do. You have a husband. All right, perfect. Thank you, Thelma. Awesome. Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to teach you, so here's the thing. Our system is all about learn, do, teach. Learn, do, teach. Okay? So what I'm going to tell you, yes, Crystal, you sure do. So learn, do, teach. So right now we're learning this, and I want you to do it. Like what I'm getting ready to show you, I want you to do it in order for you to introduce more people, more of your folks to get started on the 11-day shred or health reset. Either language. If you're, listen, my friends won't necessarily respond. Many of my friends won't necessarily be excited about the word about 11-day shred. That language doesn't resonate with them. But if I said an 11-day health reset, boom, that resonates. Use the language that resonates for you, right? We call it the 11-day shred / health reset. Okay, so that's one. But learn, do, teach. Learn, do, teach. So I'm going to teach. So I want you to learn it now. I want you to learn it now, right? I want you to learn it now so you can introduce your new partners. But I want you to teach this exact same process to the people that you help start, because that's when you create consultants. Does that make sense? So it's learn, do, teach, learn, do, teach, learn, do, teach, learn, do, teach. Somebody type that in the chat box. Learn, do, teach. Learn, you're going to learn it, you're going to do it, and then you're going to teach it. Because again, if our whole goal in Isogenics is to develop this network of consumers. When I first started, oh my gosh, I met one of my friends in Isogenics is one of the millionaires. Her name is Luna Pang. And Luna Pang is this beautiful woman who said to me, she has this where's Luna? I think is Luna Korean maybe? Maybe she's Chinese, I can't remember. But she has is she Chinese, Kwangsu? She has this very thick accent, and she kept saying, CeCe, your problem, you're not making money because you have a skinny tree, CeCe. You have a skinny tree. You have one left, one right, one left, one right, one left. CeCe, you need a fat tree. CeCe, you need a fat tree. You need one here, and then 2 there, and then 1 here, and then 10 there, and then 1 here. You need a fat tree, right? So the whole point of isogenics is not to have a skinny tree with you enrolling hundreds of people like I did the first time around. It's about having a fat tree. It's about you helping a few, and those few helping a few, and those few helping a few, and those few helping a few. You know? So learn, do, teach is critical to that. So while I'm teaching you this, while you're learning this, I want you to hear it in a way that you teach it to every single person that you help get started, even if it's your husband, right? We want to teach it to them, right? So that they can help enroll. Now, even if it's your husband, you're going to personally enroll them yourself. It's okay. However, we still want to make sure that we are teaching every single person this process. All right, now let me get to the process. So what we wanted to do, and like I said, this is all going to be on the Team of Hope Facebook page. And all we're going to do is I'm going to invite you, and I'm going to invite you to really, really do this. I did this with my team members the other day in a thread that we have, and there are a lot of conversations. 2 consultants popped after that, so I think it's working, okay? So here's what we're doing. And again, oh, Luna's from Taiwan. Yes, there it is. Luna's from Taiwan. So here is the language. And again, this is going to be on the Team of Hope page, but I want you to see the framework, you guys. I want you to see the framework. So the framework is you're going to text or Facebook message, okay? And these are pretty much people you know, okay? This works best with people you know and with people who know you. Now, the caveat to that is if you have a presence on social media and you've been actively using that presence on social media so people feel as if they know you, it works just as effectively if you don't know them, but they feel like they know you. What's more important is that they feel like they know you, okay? And here is what it does. Here's what it says. It's like, hey girl, hey friend, hey boy, hey dude, hey cousin, hey, right, whomever. Key phrase, with everything that's going on, and remember, you guys don't have to, you can write it if you want, but I just want you to understand the framework. With everything that's going on, I've decided to, whatever your language would fit. I decided to, step up my wellness game. I decided to improve my health. I decided to rebalance my body. I decided to reset my health. I decided to, get healthy, whatever it is. But again, with everything that's going on, that's the key phrase. I decided to, take ownership of my health. I decided to, whatever, your language there. And do a nutritional cleanse system that helps improve overall wellness and removes toxins from the body using really clean, high quality whole food ingredients. Now, all of you, if if the person has been using the system for 5 days or more, you want to say, I've been using the system for, Jamie would say, I've been using the system for 2 weeks and I'm already experiencing more energy and I've lost 2 inches off my waist. Right? Or, Sheila might, or Pam might say, I've been using the system for, you've been using it a long time. I've been using this system for, or I jump-started this system 2 weeks ago, again, talking about the 11-day shred. And then just that time I've already, I already have more energy and empowering up hills. Whatever your truth is. Cornelia might say, I've been, I recommitted to the system. I recommitted to this a few weeks ago and I've already lost 7 pounds and experiencing better overall health, or whatever that language is. But tell what your authentic experience is. For me, is, listen, I recommitted to myself 2 weeks ago and I've already released 2 pounds and 2 inches from my waist. right? Whatever your truth is. And then you're going to continue on. Anyway, my friend is coaching me through this 11-day shred or 11-day health reset. Use one of the languages, whichever resonates with your people. I have some people that would resonate with 11-day shred. I have other people that would resonate with 11-day reset. Talk to the person that you're talking to. If they speak Spanish, you speak Spanish. If you speak Spanish. They speak English, you speak English. They speak Korean, you speak Korean. Right? You speak their language. Don't ask them to convert to our language. Okay? All I had to do was purchase the products. Listen, all I had to do was purchase the products, which were less than I was spending on food as it is. Any interest in doing it with me? Literally, that's it. Any interest in doing it with me? It's virtually almost exactly what Kwang Soo said he did. Again, Kwang Soo being somebody who has a team of 10,000 people. And again, he's invited everybody he knows to take a look at Isogenics 5 times. Right? And if he can use this same framework to invite people to take a look, do you think it will work for somebody who literally just felt the magic in their bodies over the last 2 weeks? Yeah? Yeah. Right? So that's the first part. And this whole framework is going to be on the website. So that's the first part of the framework. And so from there, some people will ignore you. Guess what? It happens. Some people ignore my texts, even when I'm saying, hey girl, happy birthday. Right? And I don't get offended when somebody ignores my birthday text. It just means they got a whole lot of texts and they missed mine. Right? So some people are going to ignore you. If they ignore you, circle back in 48 hours. Hey, honey, just bumping this up to the top of your inbox. Are you open to doing any interest in doing this 11-day shred with me? No worries if not. Just thought I'd ask. Most people are not going to ignore you, or most people are not going to say no. But most people will just say yes because it just seems so easy, right? If you don't overtalk it, they will say yes if you don't overtalk it, if you don't give too much information, if you don't try to sell them, if you stick to the script, most people will say yes, right? Now, there are always going to be people who say no. No worries, it's okay, that happens. You want a piece of gum? Kwang Soo, do you want a piece of gum? No? Okay, no worries. Sheila, do you want a piece of gum? No, thanks. Yeah. Pam, do you want a piece of gum? No, okay. Yeah, no worries. Kathy, you want a piece of gum? Perfect. Here you go. Great. I'm not going to go jump out of my window because only Kathy said yes, that they wanted my gum. I don't care. It's okay. Maybe Sheila has a condition where she can't chew gum. Maybe Pam just brushed her teeth and she doesn't want to mess up the taste of her toothpaste. We don't know what's going on. Maybe Kwang Soo is allergic to gum. We don't know. But I just keep offering it, and then I found Kathy, and Kathy wants it. Awesome, I'm going to give Kathy some gum. Same thing here, you guys. Same thing here. Does that make sense? So after we do that, so again, they may ignore you. Follow up, follow up, follow up. The fortune is in the follow-up. The fortune or the failure is in the follow-up. The fortune or the failure is in the follow-up. My newest enrollee from last week, her name is Anissa Green. Are you here, Anissa? I invited you. I don't know if I don't see her yet. Anissa, I followed up with her 18 times, and she wanted to do it. 18 times, you guys. 18. 18. It takes follow-up, all right? It takes follow-up. And again, if you understand that people are out here praying for what we have, right? They may not be saying, oh God, please bring me Isogenics. No, but they might be saying, God, I'm so tired. I'm so tired of being tired. God, I wish there was a way I could get this weight off. God, I feel so disconnected from the world. I wish I had a community that I could be a part of. They might be saying, God, how am I going to pay these bills next month? Those are the prayers that people are having that we get to be the answer to, right? And so sharing Isogenics is an act of love. Following up is an act of kindness, right? And not taking it personally is required in order for you to be a blessing to other people, you know, to be the answer to somebody else's prayer. So let's say they say yes to our text message. All right, let's say they say yes. So, sweet, here's what you're gonna say, sweet, my box is already on the way, or my box just got here yesterday, or blah, 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 right? But what you're saying is, oh, I'm all in. I'm already doing this, right? So that's what you're telling them. My box is already on the way, or my box is just got here, or my box will be here tomorrow, whatever you're saying. My box is on the way. The best thing to do would be, right? The best thing to do would be to watch these 2 short videos. One's about the shred, one's about the products. Or the best thing would be, again, depending on what day of the week is, jump on this quick 15-minute call where they're introducing the shred. Now, we know every night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, we have a call at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific. And what Chuck and I have really been doing over the past few weeks, or past week and a half, 2 weeks, we've really been having the first 15 minutes talk about the shred. So they can hop on, and in the first 15 minutes, if they don't want to hear about the little opportunity, it's okay. They get to hear about the shred in the first 15 minutes. Right? So the best thing would be to hop on this quick 15-minute call where you're going to explain everything, or watch these 2 short videos. Now, what 2 short videos would they watch? They would watch the 7-minute video that Chuck and Duncan put together. That's on the teamofhope.com page. All of this is going to be together, the teamofhope.com page. So they could watch that, and then a video about the nutrition itself. My personal favorite about the nutrition is the Mary Evans Just Cleanse video. That's the one I personally use with the shred, because I really want people to understand the components, right? Right? So that's what I do. So that's the next step, is to invite them to the 15-minute call, or invite them to watch those 2 videos. Those are the 2 things, okay? And then, so after you confirm which call they can be on, or that they're gonna watch the videos, I'm gonna tell you, most people, like, you're gonna get all that confirmed. So where's the second video I mentioned? The Mary Evans Just Cleanse. Great questions. So in your Isogenics business app, all of you guys, if you're on this call, you should definitely have the Isogenics business app. There's a free version of it. On there, if you type in Just Cleanse, that video will pop up. You can also Google Mary Evans Just Cleanse. Somebody type that in the chat box. And you can get the link. I prefer off Vimeo, personally. I prefer it off Vimeo. Because, you know, Facebook, you never know where they're going to end up next. But I prefer off Vimeo. So, or I prefer number 1 off of my Isogenics business app, because it's then connected to me, right? And I get a ping on my phone when they've checked out the video, right? So it just keeps you, and it, you know, it helps you continue to track that. This is a great question. All right. So once you guys get that piece coordinated with, are they going to attend the call? What day of the week that they're going to attend the call? and, or if they're gonna watch the videos and you share the videos, okay? After you've gotten all that, I'm gonna tell you, you guys have no idea. Most people are gonna thank you. Oh my God, thanks girl, I so appreciate you, right? Most people are going to thank you. And so when they do, you, awesome girl, I'm so excited for us to do this. Send them back a little GIF, right? You know, those little images, send them back a little GIF. You know, send them, if it's Jamie and her girlfriend, send 2 girls on the beach dancing, right? And like, that's gonna be us. Or, you know, send, whatever, send something. Or if it's Chuck sending it to one of his guys, you know, send 2 guys flexing. That's gonna be us, whatever it looks like. But you just wanna seal the deal. And because again, it's about being a part of a community. That's their first introduction to our community, right? Is that little GIF to get a feeling for what this is gonna feel like, the fun that they're gonna have, the community that they're gonna have, right? The vision that they have for the future. Got it? And here's the answer. When they get started, here's the last part of the process and how we turn it into a circle and how we go from the doing to the teaching part, right? That creates that cycle of duplication. When they get started, whether you send them a recommended cart and they do it, or you take their order yourself, whichever you do, we recommend using the recommended cart feature, whatever works for you. When you're having the conversation with them, when after they've enrolled or when you're enrolling them, here is the question. This is the magic question. This is from my friend Zach and Eden Slobin that blew up their team in about 18 months with this one stinking question that every single person that you introduce Isogenics to, you should say this to. You guys ready for the question? Look, this one I'm going to put in the chat box because I want you guys to have it right now. Here's what the question says. Wait. I'm going to put in chat box. Give me a second. All right. So the question says, curiously, you've just taken down all their defenses. You just taken down all their defenses. Curiously, who are 2 people that you know would want to do this with you for sure? And be quiet. Curiously, who are 2 people that you for sure want to do? You for sure want to do this with you. Who feels intimidated asking that question? Does anybody feel intimidated asking that? Curiously, who are 2 people that you know would for sure want to do this with you? Right? That's the magic question. Because what it does is it drops the seed for sharing the shred or Isogenics in general with somebody. And so you're going to say, the reason I ask is because Isogenic doesn't spend any money on customers, and instead it rewards its customers for our referrals. So when you help, you know, Mary and Jane get started, you'll earn anywhere from $150 to $500 back right away. How awesome is that? That's it. We're not, right? That's it. And so now when they've gotten started, you can say, so great. So here's what I'd love for you to do. Why don't you send out this text? Now you're teaching. Why don't you send out this text to Mary and Jane to see if they want to do the 11-day shred with us? And what text are you going to give them to send? The text that we just went over 5 minutes ago, right? The text that you're doing right now to help them get started, and they'll know it works. Why? Because they got started. They know it works because they got started using that exact same thing. They know they're excited. They know they're going to be the girl in the bikini with you, right? They know that, so they know it works. So when you ask that curiously, who are two people that you know would for sure want to do this with you? And they say Mary and Jane. Again, you go back. The reason I ask is because Isogenics doesn't spend any money on advertising, and instead rewards its customers for our referrals. So when you help Mary and Jane get started, you'll earn anywhere from $150 to $500 back right away. How awesome is that? And now you can start to teach, and you teach by saying, okay, great. So here's the template we're going to use for Mary and Jane. Just send that out to Mary and Jane, invite them to the call, and the process starts over and over and over again. Who feels like they could do that? Yeah, I think so too. Who feels like they could teach that? Yeah, that's it. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. Awesome. Tell that now, this system, like I said, we're going to be adding this to the Team of Hope, so you're going to see it. So you're going to see it on there. This is our 11-day shred. It's our you share, they share 11-day shred template, right? Learn, do, teach. Tell me who has questions about anything that I just shared. Kathy's like, nope. Kevin's like, nope. Oh, Crystal said, I do. Hold on, Crystal. Let me take you off of mute. Gotta find you, honey bunny. All right, there. Crystal, I think I just pulled you off mute. Oh, you have to take yourself off mute.
I did.
Okay. Hey, babe.
Can you hear me?
Hey,
I got the last part. It was the script that you had went over. You said with all that, all that's been going on, I decided to do what? I didn't get that sentence there.
Yeah, got it. It's okay. And actually, I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to be putting it on the Team of Hope page.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I'll add it here to the chat, but it says, with everything going on, I decided to, and you can just say, step up my health and wellness game. You can say, improve my health, rebalance my health, reset my health, rebalance my body, blah, 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 blah.
Got it. Okay.
Cool.
CeCe, can I ask you a quick question?
Absolutely.
So me being a man, and I know a lot of my friends' wives who are overweight. How do I tell them to do this without offending them,
Yeah, so because we never said anything about weight loss, ever.
11-day shred, though. 11-day shred is kind of...
Shred doesn't mean get skinny. Shred means get muscular. So you might call it an 11-day health reset. So you might have the same challenges that I have okay, look, let me just say it. We're older folks. And so and our friends are older. Our friends are not interested in shredding. Our friends might be interested in a health reset. Right? We said nothing about weight loss. Right? We said nothing about weight loss. Now, go ahead, Kathy.
I was just going to say, it's not just about the weight loss, and you're right, you didn't say that. I think as an older person, what I liked hearing was the energy level that you get back, just the feeling good. And especially having surgery last year, I'm still trying to get back the energy, excuse me, and get back to just feeling extremely well. And that's what I like about it. And so with speaking with friends, with wives and stuff, the weight loss is a bonus if you need to lose weight. I need to lose weight. That'll be a bonus. But what I'm looking for is feeling better and getting the energy. And I think that's what this is promoting.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's what we focus on too. I mean, even in, like you said, in the pictures, yeah, we show a lot of weight loss, but we show a couple people toning up too, in that 11-day shred. So it's just, no, you're not going to go around telling people, hey, your wife is fat, she needs to do this, right? Like that's not our energy. That's not who we are. What we're saying is, because of everything that's going on, I've decided to step up my health game. I've decided to renew my commitment to my health. As Kwang Soo, especially given what you just went through. That's so real. That's so real. If you weren't if you were the man that you were in the pictures with your, I call it your businessman's belly. If you were the man in that picture, I don't know that you would have had the fight to be here where you are right now. That's what we're trying to help people do. It's not we could care less about weight loss. I could care less about weight loss.
CeCe, I want to add something. This is Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm talking to older men about isogenics, I also talk about our muscles, taking control over our muscles, because we lose a lot of muscle as we get older, men and women, and so that's one of the things I use is that let's take control back over our muscles, and that get them excited as well.
Mm.
Absolutely, as an older man, that's been one of the best benefits has been protein and keep my muscle tone up. Because when my muscle tone goes to pieces, I have to up my protein. Yeah. Good point.
Mm-hmm.
CeCe, I went to the doctor Thursday for my annual checkup. I have been on 3 blood pressure meds and a cholesterol med. He took the cholesterol med away from me. He cut one of my blood pressure meds in half because over the past week until then, I had been having very low blood pressure readings where I was so dizzy I'd have to hold on to something to just stabilize myself. Mm-hmm. And so when I called ahead to say I'm having these issues, they said cut the biggest med in half, which I did. It still hadn't leveled out my blood pressure readings. It hadn't elevated them any at all. So when I went to him and he looked at my chart from a year ago, because I hadn't been back to the doctor, he said, "What have you done to lose this weight?" So I shared isogenics with him. And he then, before I left, he said, "Sheila, I would like nothing better than for you to call me so that I can take 1, 2, or maybe all 3 of those blood pressure meds away from you because you are healthier today at age 74 than you were at age 62. So I walked out of there floating on air. I couldn't keep my mouth shut then. So I made a call yesterday, and the lady that I talked to, she's going to join Isogenics and bring her son into Isogenics. So it's just that excitement that you can't stop sharing with other people. Absolutely. And my doctor also said, "Sheila, for every 1 patient like you, I have 40 that I just wish I could get them to do what you're doing."
Have your doctor talk to, wait, Kwang Soo, who's the, I'm trying to think, who's the top producing doctor on our team? I can't. Oh, we have, she's not on our team. She's in one of the earlier. There are tons of doctors. Sheila, have him talk to one of the doctors, right? He could be an amazing partner for you. Well, he knows it works.
Well, and I also have my son who is a doctor. He is starting the 11-day shred Monday.
Yay! Listen, but have one of the doctors who's really created. Call Herb and Patty. I can't think of one off my head, but because there might be one in their other. I think in our business center, I can't think of any in our business center. No, we're number 3. Okay. But call Herb and Patty and ask them for one of the doctors on their team to do. Because again, remember, Patty's mom's doctor enrolled and helped hundreds of people with his nutrition up in New York.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Will do.
And again, guys, listen, Sheila's not saying that isogenics treated, cured, prevented, diagnosed any disease. That's not what she said. What she said is that her body is now healthier, and her body's the miracle. Her body is the miracle. right? Her body knows what its blood pressure should be. So great, isogenic helps put her body in a state so her body said, oh, blood pressure, here's where you're gonna be, right here. So she didn't need something artificially helping her blood pressure. Her body could do it itself. All we got to do is get out of the body's way. Yeah? Who doesn't want to tell more people about that? What other questions do you guys have? What other questions?
CeCe, can you hear me okay?
I can.
Okay, great. I'd like to ask anybody who wants to give a testimony Monday night. We want to make it Monday night testimony night. So Duncan and I are going to do a short presentation on the 11-day shred health reset at the start. But then it's going to be nothing but people that just did the 11-day shred giving their testimony. So I've heard a lot today, but if you'd be willing to jump on Monday night and give your testimony and just tell the facts, don't try to sell it, just tell what happened to you, what you're most excited about. And we may just repeat that every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, for sure, Monday night. And then one more thing, Tuesday morning, Lori Morelli is going to give some in-depth teaching on the 11-day shred and some safety precautions and stuff like that. So I encourage everybody on the Cepeda call Tuesday morning.
Awesome. Thanks so much for that, Chuck. So I'm just going to repeat what Chuck just said if it wasn't clear for anybody. So again, on the Monday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Mountain, 5 o'clock Pacific call, we're going to do the first upfront about the shred, and then the last part is about your results. So we want Testimony Monday. So we want you guys to come on and talk about your results from the 11-day shred. And we want you to talk about your scale victories and your non-scale victories. All right. Because again, those matter in many cases even more. Like, guys, for real, for me, it's my non-scale victories that kept me here at Isogenics. It was that, right? So we want you to come on Monday and share those non-scale victories and what happened to you on the scale as well. And then on Tuesday, we want you to also remember what Chuck was saying, plug into the 10 a.m. now, the 10 a.m. morning call with the Cepedas. That's every morning at 10 a.m., Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But on Tuesday, Lori Morelli, who does the product focus calls, is going to be focusing on the 11. Hold on, right. On the 11-day shred. Okay, so just make sure that you're on Tuesday morning again, because she's going to help us understand why the heck does this work, right? How could Jamie's weight stay the same, but she lost 2 inches on her waist, right? Like, what does that even mean? I know what it means, but it's going to be good for people to hear the breakdown of what that is. So that's 10 a.m. Eastern, so 7 a.m. Pacific on Tuesday morning for Lori Morelli. Awesome. Thanks for that, Chuck. Anything else? Let's see. Kathy said, great meeting always. Thank you for the sharing, teaching, information, and testimonials. Everyone have a great weekend. Thank you, Kathy. Yes. And with that, listen, you guys have an awesome weekend. We're going to get this uploaded. We're going to get this framework uploaded to the Team of Hope page. Guys, you learned it. Now, who's committing to doing it? Put in the chat box. How many text messages are you committing to sending out? I do 30. I got 30 over the weekend. So I got 30, right? So put in the chat box how many you're willing to do. Look, I would do a contest, but if you do more, you're going to win. You're automatically going to win if you do more. So there you go. Thelma's got 20. All right, Thelma. Jamie's going to send 10. Yes, I love it. Kevin said he's sending 100. You go, Kevin. Hello. I love it. 30 for Sheila. 20 over the weekend for Leah. 10 from Cornelia. Yes, yes, yes. This is what it takes, you guys. This is what it takes. So that's your doing. And every last one of those people who get started with you, You're going to say the magic phrase, right? And then you're going to give them that same text so that they can do the exact same process that you just did. All right, you guys? All right, listen, I love you, I love you, I love you. 70 from Habiba. Woo! Have to do more than she did last time. 10 from Kathy, 15 from Margaret. Love it. 10 from Cheryl. Love it. All right, guys, listen, have an awesome day. And keep going out there and asking yourselves, who can I help today? Love you guys.
Thank you, CeCe. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.